And the reason I got this with me is just in case. I always like to be armed everywhere I go. And when you're doing all this stuff inside the waistband, it's not as feasible. And so I'm using this kit bag. Hey everybody, I got a lot of predators out here, and I am trying out new kit bag for off-body carry. It is by FullTang Tactical, and I've got the Glock 19X in it. And so I've been using this. I wanted to use it for bow season originally, but we had such warm weather. I've only bow hunted once, and I didn't have this when I did. So I might get a week of cold weather coming up for the remainder of bow season, but then rifle season comes up. But what I'm doing right now is trapping predators. I'm also a falconer. You can see in this clip right here. I train birds of prey to allow me to hunt with them. They already know how to hunt, but I trap them and then I train them. And I saw rabbits on my property the other night, so I'm really excited. I've got squirrels and rabbits. I didn't think I had rabbits, but I do. And so I also have a ton of predators because of the rabbits, and so I want to get rid of them, and that's what I'm doing in this video. I am testing out this bag while I set traps. I'm not a trapper. I do not play one on YouTube, but this is what we're doing. I've got a couple foot traps. I did trap last year. This is the one I used last year. I did not dye it or wax it, so if you're a professional or semi-professional or even an amateur trapper out there, you know I'm not doing the right thing, but I'm still catching stuff. And so that's all that matters. And then I have this other foot trap here. I'm gonna show you how I set those. Got some anchors that I'm gonna throw into the ground. I've got my anchor setting pole, my hammer, my shovel down here somewhere, and my sifter. And I'll show you what you do with all those to catch predators. And this is the most important thing: funky, dunky, do not eat. And everybody on YouTube will tell you they have their magic formula. But what I've known about predators is they like prey animals. And so I chopped up some mice. I threw in some bacon grease and some salt as a preservative. And we're gonna go with that down the hole. I'm gonna pick up some chicken feathers around the yard and put that in there also. And we're gonna see what we come up with. I trapped a bobcat live and a coyote last year, and I shot a fox. So I'm hoping for a better season this year because I've got to get the predator base down to keep the rabbit population up, because rabbits are good to eat and fun to hunt. So let's go check it out. Alright, if you'll check this out, this is on our main trail, and you can see this is a heavily used game trail coming through here. And from what I understand, again, I'm not a professional trapper. I'm not even an amateur trapper. I am just a guy. But what I understand is bobcats, coyotes, and all that, especially foxes. And what I failed to mention earlier was foxes want to kill our chickens. My wife heard one hit the electric fence the other morning, and we've lost most of our chickens to foxes. And people say, well, just restore the balance of nature. Well, to restore the balance of nature, I have to leave, and I'm not leaving, so they have to leave so I can keep my chickens. And I know people want to restore the balance of nature, but you just can't do that when you're trying to have a homestead. And people say, well, the foxes got to eat too. Yeah, but they got to go somewhere else and eat because they can't eat my chickens, because I love eggs and chicken, and I got to keep them. So we're trapping them. But what I understand about them is they love holes, and so I'm gonna make a makeshift hole with a little step down area for the trap, and we're gonna see how that works. And so basically you're just digging out an area like so, and you're creating a funnel, and that funnel causes that animal to investigate into that area. And you're making it look like an animal has come along there previously investigating that area, or possibly chasing something, a prey animal, a mouse, into a hole like that. And what you want to do is isolate them and funnel them down your channel. And the way you do that is with a backstop. So I'm gonna put that up there. A lot of people wear gloves and stuff, but it doesn't matter. I'm out on my property constantly. If you're never there and you introduce your scent, I think that's okay to wear gloves if you want to wear gloves. I don't wear them. I didn't wear them last year. Still trap stuff. So I think scent wears off by the time they get there. At any rate, I'm creating a step down and then a hole, and I'm guessing on the animal. So like a bobcat's head is like that big or that big, and a fox's head is like that big, and a coyote's head is like that big. And so from there to their front shoulder on a bobcat will be right about here, and right about here on a coyote. And so I'm gonna set further back, and then what I'm gonna do is mound up on the sides like this and create a funnel towards these logs. And they like to step on smooth areas. So from what I'm told, from all my reading that I've done and YouTubing, watching videos, and so you're digging out a trench. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And really, I picked the wrong time of day because this is the time they come out, but they'll be out all night. So I'm basically building up a wall on either side, like a sandcastle at the beach, so that they don't step over and step down. They don't want to do that, but they come down this pretty pathway. And so here's where I'm gonna set the trap. And the one thing you want to make sure of that I've heard is that your trap base is really solid, so that it doesn't move, so that when they apply pressure with their paw or their foot, that pressure is directed into the actuator plate. So you want a level, firm surface for that trap, and wide enough for it to fit, kind of the shape of it. All right, so this is a trap. You can see it has a leader on it, and that trap is going to sit in there like so when I open it up. That's the fun part. They say you will trap yourself eventually if you do this enough. I have not yet, thank the Lord, but there's always a first time. Say it doesn't hurt too bad. Okay, let me grab an anchor. Ow. Oh, I forgot the thing to go under the pad. Oh well, didn't need that last time. So I need a little wider. Ow! Stickers are killer. If you hold out to the side, theoretically, you will not trap yourself. I'm setting the plate level. If you look real close in there, you'll see the trip mechanism as they step down on that pad right there. That releases that little mechanism, and then the jaws flip shut. So you take an anchor and your anchor pole, Especially designed for it. I got a bunch of mud in it. Trusty pocket knife. Okay, so this is your anchor, and it goes down into the anchor pole, like so. And then you drive that cable down into the ground, and then you connect that cable to this chain right here. And that's what keeps them from dragging things off. So I'm gonna move that trap a little forward. And get a spot for my anchor. Be flush, my chain. The trail off of it. That looks good. And then you pound this into the ground. And scare every animal within a quarter mile away from your trap. But that's okay. And that comes out clean and your anchor stays in the ground. And then you pull that. And as they pull on it, it sets it. It turns that anchor plate sideways. Then I just have a link, connects my chain to my anchor. And voila, it is in the ground. Tuck that down, I'll cover it over with some dirt, like that. All right, now here comes the magic. So I take this anchor pole again and dig a hole for them to investigate that looks like a prey animal's hole, like so. You kind of dig it up and back, so they have to get their nose right up in there, and they start digging like that, and Lord willing, they'll step on that plate. This is a sifter. This just allows fresh dirt and light dirt just to cover over that trap without putting clumps on it. And so, it's a clean trail for him to get there. Looks like something was digging. Get some dirt from over here. Briars or something else. Okay. Careful. And then you sift. And as you sift, that fine dirt covers up the trap. But it still allows that plate room to move, so where the animal can't see it. And then the big stuff I put there to make more of a pathway. I know this thing's gonna go off. Make for better YouTube videos now. See, it's almost covered. Don't want any of it showing. I want it to look like nice, smooth, fresh dirt on top of the trap. And then what I've read is you take clumps like this and you strategically put them around the outside, like around the perimeter of the trap itself. And so they have to step there because they don't like stepping on uneven territory, supposedly. I mean, I've never talked to a coyote, never talked to a bobcat, I don't know. Seems reasonable though. All right, last step is throw the funky dunky do not eat in the hole. And you don't want to touch that with your fingers because it's nasty with a capital N-A-S, nasty. So I'm gonna use a little dipstick. Look at that. Doesn't that make you want to go eat dinner? Funky dunky. Bacon grease. Mouse. Put a good chunk in there. We want a big animal. Yeah. And then I'm going to set the stick for smell right at the top. And that's a wrap. And then the last thing I do, I take some chicken feathers because they love chickens. And that attracts attention, especially of the cats, I think, because it kind of catches and waves in the wind. And I put it right over the top of that hole to visually attract their attention. So that's how I do traps. If you're a trapper, let me know. I can always use pointers, seriously. And the reason I got this with me is just in case. I always like to be armed everywhere I go. And when you're doing all this stuff inside the waistband, it's not as feasible. And so I'm using this kit bag by FullTang Tactical. JT over there sent it to me. So in all transparency, he sent it to me to try out and to review and to use to see how I like it and then to do a review on it. So this is FullTang Tactical. I'll put a link down in the description below. You can check it out. What's cool about it is it's totally modular. It's got MOLLE all over it. It's got modular pouches that you can stick stuff in, like a headlight if you need a headlight when you're out. And you can hook onto MOLLE with different sorts of things, your phone and everything. My wife has my phone videoing right now, but and then it's completely stable and it's lightweight and it's camo, so I love it. I'll do a full review on this in a future video. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for making the choice to defend yourself and those you love. I will keep you updated on how the trapping goes. I'll let you know what I get. And as always, God bless you and yours.